Alright, welcome back. This is M-Dog, and I thought we could get in a little bit of bream fishing, perhaps, here at Netherlands. I just always enjoy it so much. So let's get everything set up here, or at least get one set up. I think we're going to use P. The dough with the base of P. Although I will check the, let's go ahead and get this one rod in. Let's make sure that, well, let's put this down here. Let's make sure that this is the right leader. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, and we'll cast this a good ways out there. 6 meters deep. I like it. Alright, so let's check the records real quick. Just want to see if anything has changed. First of all, crucian carp are coming on the dough with P as well. Mostly leech on bream. So I think what I want to do is we will do one with leech. But for the third one, we're also going to do the dough because we have the club quest to get the crucian carp. And we need 3 crucian carp. By the way, we actually are not working on a daily quest at all right now. We're just going to fish for bream for a little bit. Maybe if we can get 3 crucian carp, that's great. It'll get that club supply. We also have the experience quest for bream, but we're only going to do that if we get some really small bream. So when we catch bream, we'll be clicking accept without the quest, which since we don't have a daily quest, it doesn't mess us up to do like. So like this one's a large bream. We would never want to count this towards that experience quest. It's just not worth it. But if we get a couple of small fellas, like, you know, just the ones that are green color instead of the blue, then we absolutely might want to do that. All right, here's our first fish on leech. This feels a little smaller. I haven't had a chance to play Fisher Online. I really want to, as time allows it, schedule allows it. I want to get back in and do a lot more in this game. We still have so far we can go in terms of new maps. In fact, if we have a free moment, I will look at the maps. We might even have a map unlocked now that we haven't fished at enough. Actually, I know there is. We haven't finished all the, you know, bronze medals yet. I mean, there's so much left we can do. There's another one we want to do without quest. So these bream are just so good. So let's see where we are both in our club. First of all, profile. We're halfway through 28, working on 29. Our club, we're doing really good. We do have some people that haven't been on in a while, which is fine. I haven't been on a ton either. As I get playing more often, though, if folks haven't been on in, you know, over a month or two, we'll definitely be removing folks just in case as I make videos, sometimes that makes people more interested in joining. We don't have any club development. The last one I did was towards college, which allows more members. So we do have plenty of, well, I'll say plenty of room. We've got 5 spaces. So the club's going really well. You know, we're progressing. The folks who are active are doing a lot of the heavy lifting right now, but hopefully we can get some more active players in soon. And let's look at the travel map. So the only thing I'm blocking over here is Iran that we can't get to yet. Anyway, that's level 30. The other thing that's level 30 is we can go to the home, but we can't do that till 30 either, so we're really fine. But yeah, there's several of these maps, the other Russian maps, 32, like the Danube. I mean, there's several places that I know we haven't finished our bronze medals. So again, once I have a little more time, there's plenty left to work on. And then we can start working on silver medals as well. So a lot to do. But if I only have a little while like I do today, I always enjoy fishing for bream here at Netherlands. So we are out of that stack of ground bait, so I'll switch to the other stack. You can do it without ground bait. I just enjoy having the ground bait on there. Alright, without quest. And let's hit V and select, not that. Select that, and then we'll put it right back in the same spot. The only line we haven't caught a fish on yet is the third line, so if that doesn't happen soon, we'll recast it. It may just be in the wrong spot. It looks like it might be slightly more closer than the other two in terms of location. But if you have a good night of bream, it's easy, like 400 to 500 silver, right? And then if you have a really good night, or if you get a trophy, you could hit 700, 800 or more. So just very good, reliable silver. Pretty reliable XP. We've already got 4 large bream. So nice. The only unfortunate thing is that the daily quest here was perch, and I just figured that, especially since it's nighttime while I'm trying to record this, in-game at least, it's probably not even worth fooling around with that daily here at least. The dailies will reset tonight, so if I end up playing some more tonight, we'll have a look at new dailies. But to continue leveling, I probably should kind of look at some of the more higher level places like that we have access to. And just kind of watching for what they're... Oh, it's too bad. The angler house that you have to be level 30 for, that's bream. So that would have been fun. Oh, here we go. Rod 3. Let's see what we got here. So we did get a bite on Rod 3. But we probably just need to look at some of the higher level places, see what the dailies are, try to work on those. Because we know at that point we're probably getting pretty good experience for catching fish at the higher level places. And then we also, the daily rewards for the whatever like places on the map that you've most recently unlocked are typically a little stronger. It's a nice bream as well. We're just hitting really good bream, which is typical for Netherlands. I mean, just one after another here. We'll lower this just a little bit so it's not quite as awkward. So let's see, like for today, for example, what would be a good place to look at? Let's see. So we need to see, let's see what's the quest on the Danube. Let's see how manageable that is. Just out of curiosity. I don't think I'll be able to play any more today until the quests have reset, but I'm just sort of more theoretically thinking about, okay, what could we do if we wanted to continue to try to progress level-wise pretty aggressively. Another one. So these are 644 experience. It doesn't seem like a ton, I guess, when we need 337,000. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's a ton, does it? But we do get 2,500 experience if we complete the Bream experience quest. I just don't know. We'd have to have some smaller bream. I don't think it's worth letting go of that much silver, not turning in the large bream. Bite rate's terrific right now, though. I don't even have time to look at the map for very long, or the quests. We're just getting one fish after another. What are we out of? Oh, we need to make more dough. Okay. Let's get this fish in, I guess. Maybe go ahead and cast this one back out with leech. Just while we're making some more dough up. We might as well have at least 2 rods in the water trying to catch something. Okay, so let's see. How do we make this dough? All right, we want to go to here. And, oh, it looks like we're out of it. So let's travel to here. I do love this about the travel points. And, by the way, so far, 275 silver in the amount of bream we've caught. And we have just under half a net full of it. All right, now we find the dough. Here it is. Let's get 4 of those real quick. Now we go to our inventory and let's make sure we have everything else we need. All right, so it's down here. We click on right click, click use. We want the anise. Oops, that's not vanilla. There's vanilla. There's anise. Anise. I hope that made it right. We'll do another stack of it. And let's go ahead and get some more anise. All right. That dip lasts for several batches, but I could tell we're starting to get a little bit low. All right. We've got a fish on. Let's throw on this dough we made. And it clearly labels that, okay, we used the dough with the base of pea ingredient, and it also clearly labels that we added anise as the dip to that dough. So pretty cool the way that works. I do like all of the different crafting options in Fisher Online now. It's come a long way. Okay, so here's a bream that we definitely want to take. See how it's green? So it's less experience. It's going to be a lot less silver. So that's one that we'll take towards our experience quest. So does that mean we're out of ground bait? No, we still have... we do have some still. So let's add some ground bait. Maybe I never added it to this one. Squid oil, bloodworm, dried blood. I think that was... We were going for something else with that ground bait. That might have been like for silver bream or something. So let's go back to our... Oh, we're out of the bream stuff. Okay. So we're going to make some ground bait as well. That didn't cast very far because it doesn't have the ground bait on it. That's all right. All right, so we want to get some more bream ground bait mix, which is going to be right under here. It'll say bream on it. There it is, 24. Let's get 3 stacks of that. Now again, let's sit here and go ahead and make it before we go anywhere. Bream is here. Use that. Dip, we want anise. Base, I've been using peas. And then bait, I think... So normally I do peas as well, but I don't want to use leech because it's... but we'll do bloodworms this time just to mix it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and do another stack. They do, you know, when you're catching them as quick as we are, you do run out pretty quickly. All right, so we have a fish on here. And it looks like we do have the ground bait that I don't necessarily want to use for this spot on. So we'll switch it out on this line for sure. And since we moved leech to the first line, I think I will take leech off the second line because we have the doe now. This one might be just, no, I think that is a large one. No, it's a regular one. Okay, just undersized for large. So we'll do that. Let's take that one off and let's use this one that has the anise. The anise dip should work better for the bream, I think. All right, so we're going to take this out and add doe back on and add the anise ground bait. I got to watch the time. All right, this should be a large one. We need to switch the ground bait out on that first one. I think that first one has the squid oil ground bait on. I can't remember. I was going for something, Vimba or something, and we tried a bream base ground bait, but we had more fishy stuff in there than I typically do with like the bream here. This might be a little bit smaller one. Let's see. No, that's a large. All right, I think after I recast this, I'm going to do a quick bio break. Hopefully we'll have a couple fish on by the time I get back. But I will be right back. It looks like we do, in fact, have some fish on. So leech has been working really good. The doe has been working really good. It looks like for whatever reason this week or recently, the bigger trophies have happened to come in on leech. But it still seems like the doe is working really well. So to me, that's probably a sign that for whatever reason, people have been fishing with leech more. I do think it's interesting in comparison to other locations. I think that, you know, on some maps, I feel like if you use peas as bait, you do about as good as any bait for bream. But at Netherlands, I've always felt like peas, though you do catch some nice ones, it often pulls in smaller bream. I don't know why that is. I just feel like I consistently get these large ones if I'm using the doe or leech. I mean, look at this. We have 12 large bream right now. Let's make sure no new quests have popped up that make sense. I mean, if we ever start catching crucian carp, these would. But I'm thinking we're not going to hit the crucian carp, which was the supply quest. In fact, if we caught one, oh, this is a trophy, possibly. If we catch a crucian carp right now, I think I would do it without quest, just because I'm not going to have time to catch 3 of them. This might be a trophy unless this leader is finally wearing out. Let's see what it looks like. This is on leech. Now, you do sometimes catch Xander on leech, right? I think that's... I'm not sure. Oh. 4899. So I believe that's the largest bream we've had during this session. Is that right? If we sort by weight, oh, we had 49. That's a second one. 1 gram off. 1 gram off, and we've almost filled up our net here. So good, so much fun. I think what I'd like to do, we'll see what the daily quests look like. Next time I play, though, I wouldn't mind trying some trolling, which probably means going to, is it Italy? No, we could do Italy, but no, I'm thinking of, what's the map that's so fun to troll on? Finland. Maybe we do some trolling at Finland. I just haven't done that in a while, and I really enjoy it. And I think that those are probably a little better in terms of XP than Bream. I was going to look at the Serbia, this one. Okay, it's perch. Finland is roach. But the experience is a good bit, 4,000 for the roach. What is France right now? I must have missed it. Pond trout. That's a nice one because you're going to get a lot of XP as you catch the actual pond trout. A decent amount at the end. Yeah, it's okay. All right, let's go ahead and now, because this Bream quest gives us 2600 XP, whatever we have at the end here, like our 2 smallest ones, if we don't have any more greens when we wrap up here in a couple minutes, I'll go ahead and put those towards the quest just to get that XP. I think it's worth it. You know, again, we do want to move that number. The other thing we could do to try to get some XP is, honestly, is just go target carp at France, right? That is also really good XP. I think you're averaging closer to like 2,000 XP per fish. So you just, as long as you have a decent bite rate, that can really add up as well. All right, this is going to be another small boy, unless it's a crucian. This is a very small bream if it's a bream. All right. So now we're just 1 short on the XP quest. This is a bigger fella. Healthy. $485. So that's going to be top 5, top 3 maybe, top 5, something like that, of bream we've caught today. Now, a lot of times the trophies come in at like 11:30 p.m. And then at some time in the morning, like, you know, probably a little past when we're actually going to be able to fish because the time I got to go here. But you never know. Sometimes they'll just randomly come in. But I feel like there are pockets of time in Fisher Online where, at least for bream, they're more likely. Man, we are about to hit 16 of these large if we get one more. And just out of curiosity, are we at 500 silver yet? Oh yeah, 521. And that's what I said, you know, it's like a decent night of fishing, 400 to 500 silver at least. And then if you hit the trophy, you know, or I've had a couple of trophies in a night before, then obviously that amount goes way up. Do we have any interesting things collection-wise? Yeah, I like opening these, especially when we're doing a video like this. All right, let's see what we got. Open it up. Caviar card. So how many do we have of those now? 3 out of 4. We just need one more. And we're good. We still have that 1 day of VIP. That's pretty cool. And how much silver do we have right now? Okay, we're just under 7,000 silver. We're pretty much just saving right now. I don't remember spinning. We've got 2. I guess we could get a 3rd so that if we wanted to troll with 3. These are kind of, to me, these are sort of the minimum strength to make it work on like Finland, for example. We've got 2 carp rods, so I definitely think getting a 3rd one of those. The only question is, do we get a 3rd one just like this? Or do we possibly save and get the next bigger one and have like one, you know, even bigger rod? I don't know. Those are our bottom rods. If we did that, then we'd have one just like with a little more strength that maybe we could sometimes target. Like if we wanted to go for the really big fish, like what am I thinking of? Like sturgeon or even bigger stuff than that. We at least have a chance, you know, on the bigger stuff. Like at Italy, you know, there's that, I can't think of what it is, the blue, I can't think of what they are. But anyway, there's some really big stuff you can catch there if you target them. Or even like really big catfish, I guess. All right, so we're just going to put that down. This is going to probably be our last fish here. Oh, is it a green one to finish off our quest? I don't think it's a large bream, so if it is a bream, there's what that P looks like. P doe. I don't think this is a bream, is it? Is this finally our first crucian? Oh, it's an eyed. Yeah, the eyed like these somewhat as well. All right, we have a completely full net. So let's just go ahead and take this out of the water, just so we don't have to wonder if it caught something while we go to the store. All right, so what did we end up with? 5 something, right? 578, except that what we are going to do is we're going to do one more towards the quest, which gives us all of that XP. So that helped push us forward a little bit. We're at 175 now. And we still make 545 silver, so now we're well over 7,000 silver. Another great night fishing at the Netherlands. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for watching the channel. It's so fun to be able to interact with all of you. I will hopefully get something together tonight in one of our fishing games. We'll see what we end up doing. But until next time, tight lines.